All right, how about that? That's working. All right, we are back. I don't know what happened there, but we are definitely back as these guys are out on the track. I just went through a whole thing about Marc Thrash. Yeah, for some reason my beacon software shut down, so. All right, so these guys on the back straightaway, we are sending Marc Thrash off into the Marines on Monday, so we are going to go give him a nice little shove off here tonight. As these guys are out on the track, let's go ahead and do a quick starting lineup. It is going to be James Burke on the pole, Jared Jones in second. Reminder, guys, starts on green, top 8 transfer. No caution flags. Could be Ron Hart in that number 3 spot, Justin Farless in 4th, Matt Selby in 5th. Could be Bill Sleep, and do not jump out of line until the start-finish line. Going to be Kenny Storks in 7th, Farnes 8th, Bailey 3 and 9th, and I didn't get through the rest of it as the green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. They're going to try to split Burke as the 51 of Ron Hart. Looking to the high side is low side is Jared Jones. Up high is they're 3 wide for the lead into turn number 1 and 2. Yeah, we are going to miss him. He will be back, maybe. After a little while, he's got a lot of school and training to do. He's going to go out and serve our country. Monday, he'll be off, so make sure you guys give him some best wishes out in the track. Out in the chat. Marc Thrash going off to do his best as we got wrecking in the back. Bill Sleep goes around. Bill Sleep goes around. Unfortunate for him as Ron Hart's going to lead lap number 1. Battle down the front straightaway, heading for turn number 1 and 2. James Burke has moved his way up into that top lane as they head through turn number 1 and 2. We will definitely miss him. He's been a major part of this channel and a good friend of mine for a long time now, so. What's up, Pea Shooter? Okay. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Ron Hart going to lead the way. Here comes Burke to the outside. Down the front straightaway, looking for the line. Hart's going to lead this lap as he gets a big push from Selby down on that bottom side. Down into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be 3 wide. Nope, they're going to keep it 2 wide. No, Burke tries to the outside. Can't quite get it 3 wide as they come out of turn number 2. Top 8 going to transfer through. Oh, they're wrecking. Big wreck up at the front. Oh, they wrecked big time up at the front as Storkson going to take the lead. Jared Jones caught up in that one. Let's go back and take a look at it. Hopefully these guys need to go get that fast repair. They're still going to have an opportunity here, but we're going to go back and take a look at this one. Oh, it just looks like they got together. Just a little tap and just kind of got into each other. Big wreck. Big wreck here, taking out some heavy hitters up at the front of the pack. As we move back up to the front, it is going to be Selby and Storkson up at the front. What's up, Brian? Storkson taking the lead as he gets 1 lap to go as they come across the line. 1 lap to go. Selby on that outside. He's going to work the 57 into turn number 1 and 2. Storkson's not going to be happy about that. Here comes Bailey 3 in the 61. Oh, Storkson gets turned around in turn number 1 and 2. Storkson turned around. Big stack up out of turn number 2. Oh, that's going to put him out of a transfer spot. Bill Sleep is not up into a transfer spot yet as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Yeah, we definitely need a Marc W here tonight. As they come down the front straightaway, it's going to be Matt Selby with the win. Bailey 3 in second. Braden Wares is going to wreck across in third. Eddie Farnes, James Burke, Danny Sanchez, Blake DeLong, and Dakota Bro going to make it into tonight's feature. Everybody else will be going to the LCQ here tonight. Yeah, you jinxed them. You know, it's kind of crazy, Kenny. As soon as Brian gets in the chat, you get turned. Just kind of caught him a little funny there. Just hard racing there as we get ready for heat race number 2. What's up, Steele? Yeah, go Thrash Can. All right, it's going to be Morgan starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 2. Tommy Kohik in second. Going to be David Mayo in that number 3 spot. Kyle Todd in 4th. Ian Martin going to start in that number 5 spot with Brennan McNutt in 6th. Going to be Peyton Boyle in 7th. Ethan George in 8th. Brandon in 9th. Going to be Ashton Thomas in that number 10 spot. Happy birthday to him. Riley Green in 11th. Going to be Ben Johnson in 12th. And Dad Atkins in that number 13 spot. These guys going to roll off the starting grid here tonight. We're going to go ahead and give them a little reminder of how this works. All right, guys, just a reminder here again, the start will be on green. Do not jump out of the line until after the start-finish line. All right, we are rolling off the starting grid, heading for turn number 1 and 2. It is going to be Morgan and Tommy on that front row. That's probably a popular front row here. As they head into turn number 1 and 2, looking for the green flag this time by. Actually, surprised Michael isn't out here. He was pretty good in practice. So Mark Thrash has to be happy getting that top 5. Mark's not having to race his way in through a consi here tonight. As they head for turn number 3 and 4, Morgan's going to lead that field to that green flag here tonight. Bum ass. Booted me out of 5th. Made you go through all that chaos for nothing. All right, into turn at number 3 and 4. Looking for that green flag. Who's it going to be here tonight? Pace car is in. He turns in late. Looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as Morgan's going to get a good jump down the front straightaway. David Mayo is going to follow him, heading for turn number 1 and 2. Good qualifying run overall for David Mayo as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Side by side for second. Mayo going to be all over the back of Morgan as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Tommy going to fight back on the outside. Here comes Tommy with a big run. He's got Kyle Todd right behind him as they drag race down the back straightaway. Here comes one up to the high side. That is going to be, I don't know who it is. Brendan McNutt in that number 48. He's going to come down. Oh, he gets Mayo. Mayo with the big save out of turn number 4. Mayo with a massive save in that number 10. He's going to fall back. As you can see, Ian Martin's currently sitting in that number 7 spot, kind of biding his time. Oh, they're wrecking. They're wrecking up at the front. Tommy Kohik hard in the wall. I don't know what Morgan was doing there, but he got all loose. Oh, they're still wrecking. They're still wrecking. Peyton Boyle going to take the lead as they come down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3. He's got Ian Martin behind him. Here comes Ashton Thomas, Kyle Todd, David Mayo, Ethan George. Mayo survived all that, surprisingly, as Kohik with a ton of damage on that 00. He needs to go down and get that fixed. Riley Green slides into that number 8 spot, the final transfer spot, as they go 3 wide into turn number 1 and 2. 3 wide. They're going to get back to 2 wide. The 12 of Peyton Boyle going to get on the back bumper of Ian Martin as they look for turn number 3 and 4. Kyle Todd going to get up in the door of Ian Martin. Side by side for second. He's all over the back as Ashton Thomas takes the lead here in heat race number 2. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, going to be Ashton Thomas leading the lap here as he's going to get taken 3 wide. Kyle Todd looks to the bottom, can't get the drive, has to get back in line. We got one more tonight. We got trucks at Dega after this. Yeah, it'll be on the stream though. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. It's going to be Ashton leading the way. Ian Martin to the outside. He's going to have Kyle Todd's going to be all over the back of Ashton. Pushes him into turn number 3. Almost contact between Ashton and Martin as they head through turn number 3 and 4. White flag is out. 1 lap to go as they come across the line. 1 lap to go. Martin up top. If he had a little bit of help there, he could make his way around that number 33. They're going to be side by side into 1 and 2. Yeah, it's going to be trucks too. Out of turn number 2. Oh, Kyle Todd all over the back of Ashton. Gets him loose. Down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Lap traffic up ahead. That is going to be Tommy Kohik as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Ashton leads the way through turn number 3 and 4. Oh, it gets a little dicey. They're going to go 3 wide. Martin's going to give the door to the 12. They're beating doors for third as it's going to be Ashton Thomas with the win. And he raced number 2. Kyle Todd, Ian Martin, Peyton Boyle, Ethan George, David Mayo, Morgan, and Riley Green transferring their way into the feature. Kyle Todd just gave you a good birthday present, Ashton. Right? All right, so the no cautions in those as we are going to get into the LCQ. We got 12-ish cars looking for 5 spots. Bill Sleep going to be starting on the pole here tonight in the LCQ. Going to be Brandon Lolis in that number 2 spot. Kenny Storkson in 3rd. Going to be Ben Johnson in that number 4 spot. Justin Farless in 5th. Dan Atkins in 6th. Jared Jones going to start in that number 7 spot. Tommy Kohig in 8th. Ron Hart 9th. McNutt in 10th. And we'll see. It doesn't look like Ron is going to grid up as we are going to have 9 cars going for 5 spots. All right. Oh, all right, guys. It looks like there's 9 of you. 5 spots are available. Shouldn't be that same desperation we see a lot of the time. So let's get 6 good laps here and race your way in. Remember, no jumping out of line until after the start finish line, and start will be on green. Top 5. So 4 people going home. This is definitely a very manageable LCQ. Shouldn't be the same desperation we normally see. Can somebody unmute Kyle? All right, so Bill Sleep going to lead him to the green flag with Brandon to his outside. Top 5 are going to transfer through. Yeah, it is a great name. Thank you. As they come out of turn number 4, looking for that green flag. Pace car dives in. Bill Sleep leads him to the green. 30 laps. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway. It's going to be Brandon leading the way. Bill Sleep down on the bottom side in second as they look for turn number 1 and 2. Marc right now is 5th. He qualified 5th, so he didn't have to run the heats. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Going to be Brandon leading the way as they look for turn number 3. Sorry, I'm trying to move my camera around. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Right now, Kenny Storkson in that final transfer spot. There's a lot of good drivers in here. You know, Farless, Jones, Kohik, and McNutt, all capable drivers of making the feature. They are outside looking in as they look for turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Brandon leading lap number 1. Oh, it is getting a little dicey as they come into turn number 1 and 2. Farless going to move into that final transfer spot. They're 3 wide for the number 4 position. Down the back straightaway. Kohik going to get on the back bumper of Farless as they look for turn number 3. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Looks like Kenny going to flirt with the bubble. Is Kohig going to make his way in? Jared Jones is out right now. He was our winner last week at Homestead in that number 21. Now he's trying to race his way into the race in the LCQ. That is wild how things can go great and then go bad in a hurry here. WOoT is a special talent as big save out of Kohig as he gets almost turned by McNutt. Kohig going to save that 00 as they get it single filed out pretty much down the back straightaway. Battle is for the lead though. Farless on the outside as they head for turn number 3 at 4. Farless all by himself. We've seen Ian Martin do a good job up on the top side by himself for a long time that last race. Farless going to do some of the same, some side draft, but he's got help coming from behind as they come across the line. Storkson going to make the 3 wide down on the bottom as they head for turn number 1 and 2. Pops his way up underneath Sleep. Sleep going to get sideways in turn number 1. Big save out of that number 66 as wow, Jared makes a bold move, takes a transfer spot away from Sleep. He is looking for more as he's to the outside of Storkson down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, Farless going to take the lead with a big push from Ben Johnson as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Johnson going to move to the bottom. A little bit of contact. Jared Jones gets him sideways. Jones gets contact. Oh, Storkson gets some contact. He gets big damage from that one as they come across the line. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. We got 2 cars up at the front, kind of alone. Bill Sleep in a good spot. McNutt in that final transfer spot. Jared Jones is out. Kohig is out. Storkson is out as it stands. As they are going to still have 1 more lap to go. Things could change quick here as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Farless knows he's in. I don't know how hard he's going to try to battle Brandon. Brandon's going to slide up a little bit, gives him a little contact. Here comes the 48 of McNutt to the bottom as they come down the front straightaway. 3 wide for the lead at the line as they look for turn number 1 and 2. White flag is out. White flag is out as they head into turn number 1 and 2. They're going to be 3 wide for the lead. These guys are in, but they're still racing like they have to win as they come through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, Farless going to pull out. He's going to get back in line. Down the back straightaway, gets to the back bumper of Brandon as they head for turn number 3 and 4. Here comes McNutt on the bottom side. He's up 9 spots. Started shotgun on the field as he turns through turn number 3 and 4. Looking for the checkered flag. Sleep looking to the bottom. It's going to be McNutt with the win here tonight. Bill Sleep second. Brandon with the win here tonight. McNutt second. Bill Sleep second, McNutt third, Farless fourth, Atkins in fifth, Jared Jones, Kohig, Storkson, Johnson, all going home. That is unfortunate for those guys as we are going to run a 3-minute warm-up here. Guys, go out here for the 3-minute warm-up. We'll run it out. You guys can kind of do whatever you want. You can wreck each other, ride around in reverse. Just don't get yourself DQ'd, which probably won't be a problem because Marc will be out there spamming the clear black flag. Marc wasted no time. Marc going to go backwards around the track as he clears the black flag. We're going to see a big impact here, I'm sure, pretty soon with that number 22 machine. As this is a WOoT tradition here. Oh, he gets a little contact there. With these guys goofing off a little bit in the 3-minute warm-up. Oh, my God. He killed the 52. Who's in the 52? Absolutely murdered him. I think that was Dakota. As these guys are going to pull back on the track. Yeah, it's his last WOoT for a while anyway. That's sad. We'll see if he can get a win or 2 tonight. He's got 2 opportunities as a win. Could he get 1? Maybe 2 here tonight as he is at his home track of Chicagoland. You know, if somebody hits Marc hard enough, you could almost send him home from here. Yeah, I saw that. Oh. Oh. Oh, my God. They are inside of each other. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is not that type of program, you two. I don't know what Shane's doing to you, Mark, but it's probably what's going to happen in basic training.
He'll be charging himself in a foxhole.
Oh, God. What the hell? Oh, my God. What is going on?
An iRacing demo derby.
I don't know what is going. The cars are floating.
I don't know what's happening.
You guys are actually floating. Oh my God, you're picking up pace. Oh my God. Mark gets 100 laps. Oh. Oh, Mark is getting tag team. All right, so these guys out here having a little bit of fun right now as we get ready for tonight's main event. That is going to be the end of the warm-up. We're going to get ready for 30 laps here tonight at Chicagoland. Guys, we will have another race here tonight, so don't go anywhere. At the end of this one, we will be going to trucks at Dega. After this, that'll be a wild one, too, as we get ready to get these guys out on the track. It is going to be time for tonight's starting lineup. Starting on the pole here tonight, it is going to be the number 23 of Shane Haas. Outside of him, in the number 5 machine, it's going to be Zach Lovelace. Starting inside, row number 2, in the number 3 position, it is going to be 3-time of the ARCA Clay Clash driver, Landon Moody. Outside of him, it is going to be Nick Goble. And then starting in 5th, it is going to be the farewell tour of Marc Thrash. Starting outside of him in the number 6 spot, it's going to be Matt Selby with Ashton Thomas in 7th. Going to be Bailey 3 in that number 8 spot, Kyle Todd in 9th, Braden Wares in 10th. Going to be Ian Martin in that number 11 spot, Eddie Farnes in 12th. Peyton Boyle in 13th. Going to be James Burke in that number 14 spot. Ethan George in 15th. Danny Sanchez in 16th. Going to be David Mayo in the number 17 spot. Billy DeLong 18th. Morgan in 19th. Going to be Dakota Bro in that number 20 spot. Riley Green in 21st. McNutt in 22nd. Going to be Brandon in 23rd. Yeah, I thought McNutt got the win. Bill Sleep 24th. And rounding out the field here tonight is going to be Justin Farless and Dan Atkins. All right, guys, it is going to be 30 laps here tonight. 1 fast repair. Take care of that fast repair. You will probably need it. The start will be on green. Do not jump out of line until after the start finish line. And don't forget to have some fun. And by green, I do not mean Riley Green. Looking for the green flag this time. By it is going to be Shane Haas and Zach Lovelace on that front row. Who's it going to be at the end of 30 laps here tonight as they come out of turn number 4? Pace car pulls in. Looking for that green flag. Who's it going to be? Green flag is out. Oh, Mayo gets turned around as he is backing it down the back straightaway as they head into turn number 3 and 4. He should get caught back up as they come out of turn number 4. Moody looking for the lead. Morgan, you got to be a little bit careful next time. I went and looked at it. He really didn't go, but just be careful next time. Yeah, he was like, he was losing a ton of ground, 2 or 3. That was kind of pushing it, but I'll let it slide this time. Oh, we got one sideways. One sideways down the back straightaway. Big save out of the 62 of Sanchez. He just laid a dirty Sanchez in his in those drawers as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Back up to the front. Oh, we got a couple getting sideways as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Moody's going to lead the way. Moody going to lead the way down the front straightaway, looking for turn number 1 and 2. All right, guys, we keep it going. Next person to say something about it gets booted. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be 3 wide for the lead. It is Moody, Selby, and Lovelace as they head into turn number 3 and 4. They're 3 wide behind them. Marc's in the middle as they come out of turn number 4. Oh, we got a big wreck. Big wreck in turn number 3 and 4. The whole field is piling in. Oh, Ian Martin. No, that's not Ian. Big wreck up at the front of the field. Lots of good cars caught up in that one as the caution flag comes out. All right, so what's going to happen here is Ashton's going to get in the back bumper at a tough spot for Shane Haas. Totally Mark's fault. Oh. Big wreck here. Mark's going to get killed in turn number 3 and 4, hard into the outside wall. And these guys are just going to pile in. Domino effect. Moody sneaking through. Here comes Ian Martin. Look at this move by Ian Martin down to the bottom side. Lots of cars caught up in this one. Look at Bill Sleep. Bill Sleep's going to cut the grass here. Sneaks through this. Bill Sleep making a bold move. Didn't you have to watch? It wasn't on Mark, though. Shane Haas coming down on pit road as Landon Moody leads the way. Ashton Thomas will be in second. Ian Martin in third. Farness in fourth. Kyle Todd in fifth. We're going to take... I don't see any damage, Eddie. It might have just been some netcode glitching because sometimes you see the damage and then it pops out because it thinks you're going to get contact. Yeah, you better leave this clear. If somebody gets killed, I'm going to laugh, Burke. All right, we are getting that one to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Yeah, Bill cut the grass there. Hey, Bill, I just want to let you know if you talk to Vandenbush, he might be hiring after all that lawn cutting you just did. All right, looking for the green flag here as they head into turn number 1 and 2, or 3 and 4. All right, guys, just a reminder, this start is going to be on Moody anytime after the pace car pulls off. It's a small window here, but anytime after the pace car pulls off, Moody can go. Pace car going to pull off here, and as they come into the restart zone, looking for that green flag. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway looking for turn number 1 and 2. It is going to be Moody leading the way. He's got Ian Martin behind him. They're going to be side by side. How about Farness in that number 4 spot working the bottom as Ashton working the top side out of turn number 2. Ashton's going to get some help from behind from Kyle Todd as they come down the front straightaway back straightaway looking for turn number 3. 2 by 2 into turn at number 3 and 4. Top side starting to make some ground as they head through turn at number 3 and 4. Moody going to lead the way as they come. Here comes Martin. Martin going to go to the bottom. He's looking for the lead as he's going to take it from Moody that time. Buys ahead for 1 and 2. Bold move from Ian Martin. Down into turn number 1 and 2. They are 2 and 3 wide behind these guys as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Martin going to be on the inside. Moody on the outside. That outside will cook. We're going to see what they're able to do as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. Oh, Ashton almost right hooks Moody up into the wall. Big save by Landon Moody. Moody almost got murdered. Martin going to lead the way as they come for turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Kyle Todd to the back bumper of Landon Moody. Burke's going to slide out just a little bit heading into turn number 1. He's going to get it back under control. He's got Farness all over the back of him as they come down the back straightaway. Looking for turn at number 3 and 4. Here comes the top side. Moody going to try to have the edge into turn number 3. Come on, you know I don't sleep. Sleep's overrated. We'll be up until like 12:30 doing these things. And who's going to lead this time? By big run for Moody on the outside, but it's going to be Martin at the line once again. Oh, here comes the 51 of Ethan George working the third lane all by himself. He's able to hang it strong as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Will he get help? Here comes Farless to the outside. So help coming to the number 51 of Ethan George as they come down the back straightaway. That third lane starting to cook, and they're going to merge with the second lane. It looks like they are for now as they head into turn number 3. Martin going to have the edge into turn number 3 and 4. Moody going to try to work that outside. He's waiting for Kyle Todd to come to that back bumper. Drag race to the line. They're going to be 4 wide for third as they come across the line. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Oh, Burke's going to come in nice and easy. Slides in behind him as Morgan's going to slide up in front of Kyle Todd into turn number 1 and 2. That got a little sketchy. Third lane is trying to work as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Martin's going to be on the inside. Oh, the 51 to George up the track. Big save as they... Oh, Kyle Todd into Morgan into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, they are trying to wreck. Big saves all the way down the front straightaway. We got a couple spinning down in the grass. Oh, he saves it. Oh, no. Braden gets caught up. No caution flag. Only 2 cars caught up in that one as they head into turn number 1 and 2. I think Braden's going to be out of fast repair here as they are side by side for the lead. Oh, little contact back there. We got a couple cars moving their way up. Who is that? That's going to be Eddie Farness up on that high side, trying to make it to Landon Moody. Couple dirt guys maybe up on the high side as they head out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway looking for the line. Big run for Landon Moody. Moody's going to lead this time by. So Moody all by himself seems to be a little bit quicker. Can a boy George right? I don't know. As they head through turn number 1 and 2. Side by side for the lead. It's going to be 3 wide behind these guys as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. So far, we're keeping it lean and green as they head down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Moody up on the high side. He's got Farness behind, Farness behind him. He's got Farless behind Farness. That is a tongue twister as they head into turn number 3 and 4. You know, I'm going to have to say that Farness and Farless is almost as bad as Burke and Burt. Through turn number 1 and 2, going to be side by side for that lead. Moody. Yeah, I know. I was kind of sad to not see Burt. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be... It's a lot easier to say Martin and Moody. Oh, it is sketchy back there. They're going to keep it straight across the line. Wet, thank you for the share, as it's going to be Martin at the line that time by. Down into turn number 1 and 2. As they head through turn number 1 and 2, it's going to be 2 and 3 wide out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Marc Thrash is going to need a caution flag too to get back up in this. He's back in this pack. These guys just kind of riding around as these guys duke it out up at the front. Somehow they keep surviving as they come down the front straightaway. Looking for the line. 15 laps complete. Halfway through as they come down the front straightaway, looking for turn number 1 and 2. Going to be Moody on that high side. He's going to have the edge into turn number 1 and 2. He's got Farless behind him. Farness behind Farless as they come through turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes Ethan George to the outside. All by himself. He's got a little help coming, though. Here comes Ashton Thomas in the 33. Ashton going to get to that back bumper as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Up on the high side is the 51 of Ethan George. Can he get there on the high side? Looks like that help on that third lane has definitely hurt those guys, as Moody's going to lead this time by. 3 by 3 by 3 into turn number 1 and 2. Martin's going to continue to hold that bottom side. Moody in the middle. Oh, big save from Ethan George out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. George going to have the run on the outside. Down into turn number 3. Sorry, 1 and 2. Now into 3 and 4. Boulder Dash, thank you for the share. It is a great race up at the front for sure. Lots of big saves as Martin continues to lead as they come to the line. They're going to bang doors. Oh, I don't know who had it that time by as they head for turn number 1 and 2. 3 wide for that number 3 spot. Ethan George trying to get that top side to work. He's got Ashton Thomas all over the back of him as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Down into turn number 3 and 4. A little bit of communication going over the radios. These guys trying to work together as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, it is going to be 18 laps complete, 12 laps to go. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Martin going to continue to lead the way, trying to jockey 4 positions further back. No peanut butter M&Ms in this one. Does anybody want to give Ian a cream pie? Yes, it's the first of 2. So Marc Thrash is back here by himself. He's going to need a caution flag here tonight. He might get it. These guys racing awful hard as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Moody going to try to lead it on the outside, but Martin has the lead out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, a little bit of contact as Farless is all over the back of Moody into turn number 3. Gives Moody a good shove into 3 and 4. Moody's going to grab that side draft. Martin's going to push him up the track. Door to door out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Lap traffic up ahead as they get 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go. They almost wrecked somehow. They all keep it straight as they come down the front straightaway. Definitely getting a little dicey through the field. If we get a small wreck now, I will throw the caution. We had a couple small wrecks on that last going on so far in this run as they come down the front straightaway. And it's going to be Moody with the lead as he's worked his way to the bottom as Farless is up on the outside of Ian Martin. Here comes James Burke in that number 7B, looking to shake it down up at the front as they come to the line. It is going to be 9 laps to go. Next is going to be trucks at Dega. Right now we're at Chicagoland. Spice in the VC. Good Spice, I'm hoping. As Moody continues to lead Farless on that outside, trying to work his way up. He gets a big push from Ashton into turn number 3. What? Thank you for the follow, by the way. Appreciate that. As they head into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, bad push, but big save out of Farless. Farless with a massive save as the field tries to group back up together with 8 laps to go. Somehow, so far, we have kept it straight. They're 4 wide back here, though, through turn number 1 and 2. Moonboy, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. They're side by side up at the front. Here comes Martin to the high side. Moody down low as they come to the line. Going to be 7 laps to go. What a race here tonight. This is definitely a WOOT Classic, instant classic going on right now as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Martin going to bang the doors of Moody out of turn number 2. He's going to use that side draft as we got lap traffic up ahead as they look for turn number 3 and 4. Will lap traffic play a role here tonight as they head into turn number 3 and 4? So far, so good. I can't keep an eye on that second pack. They're losing ground to these leaders as they are 2 by 2 up at the front. It's going to be Martin this time by. Taking a look back through the pack, looks like the second group is... No, I thought they were going to try to get organized. They need to get organized and try to catch that front pack as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Side by side for the lead, Martin and Moody banging doors down the back straightaway. Martin going to try to have the edge into turn number 3. He's got Ethan George behind him. George going to push him into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, save it! Big save. No. Big save. As Moody continues to lead. Man, that could have been a whole lot worse, but everybody holds on to it. Moody's going to lead the way side by side for that number 2. Oh, we got one around. He gets it going straight down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. The field is catching Moody. Moody might be a sitting duck here as they come out of turn number 4. We're going to end up with a green, white checker caution flag comes out. I think there was some net code there, and Kyle Todd was not happy. So caution flag comes out here once again. Oh. Wow, what a run. What a run here tonight. What a race up at the front as Moody continues to lead the way. Well, Landon has the lead. He's going to have a little bit of help behind him. He's going to have James Burke as Farless looks to have some damage on the nose of that number 32 as Braden Ware is going to get his lap back. A lot of these guys getting their laps back when they can.
I was basically being part of your race car.
Dude, I know. I literally, I don't know how we weren't touching. We only hit doors twice that entire time.
And I think the good thing about it is we're driving the same body style as well, so I think it makes it a little bit more predictable on where contact is at and where netcode can be at.
That probably looked extremely boring on the broadcast, but that was a ton of fun from inside the car.
No, it was not boring. I will tell you that. It was actually pretty wild and a lot of phenomenal saves.
Coming high to get my lap.
I don't know how many different. I mean, we traded the lead there. I don't know how many different times there between you and me, Ian. I mean, that was crazy.
That was great racing.
All right, looks like we are going one to go as they head for turn number 1 and 2. Double file, yes.
Coming high, coming high, coming high, coming high, coming high.
All right, so we are going to re-rack them, restack them. As they are going to go ahead and start this one. It is going to be Moody on the inside, Farless on the outside. Ethan George has been an aggressive pusher in that number 52 as we got beef in the back here, as, predictably so. As they come down the back straightaway, looking for that green flag this time by Moody leads the way. Just a reminder, the start is on Moody. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Moody going to lead the way on the inside. They're going to be stacked up 2 by 2, looking for that green flag. Pace car's going to dive down, looking for the green. Moody leads the way. Green flag is out. Big stack ups through the field as they come across the line, looking for turn number 1. Down into turn number 1 and 2. They're going to be 3 wide further back of the pack. Marc is probably too far back unless we get another caution, which is very possible. They're already trying to wreck through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Question is, will they make it to the white flag? Moody has the edge. Oh, we got a couple wrecking. Oh, we got a couple sliding through the grass. They're going to make their way out as they come out of turn number 4. It is going to be Landon Moody leading the way. White flag is out. White flag is out. Moody leads the way. Here comes Farless with a big push from behind, heading for turn number 1 and 2. Side by side up at the front. Oh, they're sideways as Ethan George tries to come down. Martin was trying to squeeze his way in. Shane Haas with a big save on the bottom. And big saves all the way through as we got a 3-car battle at the front. Will anybody catch this race as they come down the back straightaway? Down into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Moody leading the way. He's got Burke all over the back of him. Oh, big push from Shane Haas. Big save as they come out of turn 4. Pushes them up the track. 3's going to go down low. Who's going to get third? It's going to be Moody, Burke, and Farless. Your top 3. Farless barely grabbing that 3rd place. Look at this battle for 3rd as they came across the line. So close. That is not a good view of it. Great finish for 3rd. We're going to go through the results and bring in the top 3. And it's going to be Landon Moody with the win here tonight in the first race. James Burke in a 2nd. Farless in 3rd. Going to be Shane Haas in 5th. 3 in a 5th. Atkins in a 6th. Going to be Dakota in that number 7 spot. Ian Martin in 8th. Ethan George in 9th. Going to be Riley Green in that number 10 spot. Farnes in 11th. Matt Selby in 12th. Mark Thrash going to be in that number 13 spot. Peyton Boyle in 14th. Blake DeLong in 15th. McNutt's going to be in that number 16 spot. Ashton Thomas 17th. Zach Lovelace in 18th. Then rounding out the rest of the field here tonight, it is going to be Sleep in 19th. Kyle Todd 20th. Morgan in 21st. Braden Wares in 22nd, Mayo 23rd, Sanchez 24th, Brandon in 25th, and Nick did not grid up. Let's go ahead and grab whoever we got in the top three. I think we should get them all. What a wild race. I'm waiting for Farless because, man, he was 3 wide, barely got his third place. But we'll start with the complaint department. What a race for the first one here tonight. I hope you guys are getting into the
Doing
into the truck race. But what a phenomenal race today. A lot of great saves, and I can pull in third place, so we can start with him. Great saves. Very close finish for third place as Justin Farless brings it across. Farless, you spent a lot of time up front, a little bit of nose damage, a lot of pushing, a lot of sideways, but third place, you got to be happy with that result.
Yeah, it was a good turnout. It was a good finish. I feel like I had a chance on that last lap, and my pushing partner on the top there got turned, and I was kind of just left out to dry after that. So it felt pretty good to bring it home in third.
Yeah, it was definitely grab what you can at the end there. It was so hard to pass. These cars were so even, regardless of what lane they were in, and just really had to take advantage of that side draft when you were on the outside.
Yeah, for sure. I was starting to think my hands and my arms were going to fall off during that long green flag run because I couldn't move 3 inches to either side, and I had a death grip on the steering wheel.
Well, some people like Landon's only used to moving their arms 3 inches.
Oh, alligator arms. Is that what you
No. Somebody's going to get that joke.
say?
All right, well, great finish here tonight in the number 32. I didn't give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors.
Yes, sir. Friends, family, and Mixed Grid Motorsports, and you for putting on the show.
We'll see you in the next one, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I'm already in it.
James Burke, you didn't have your partner in crime here tonight, but
I mean, I had one of them at least.
well, you didn't have the
Wasn't
one that's
Marc,
complicated to say. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, that's true.
A great run here tonight, showing survival and being smart meant a lot here. There was a lot of people sideways and a lot of avoiding here tonight.
I can agree. I definitely got sideways at one point when Ian got loose, and I thought I was going for the wall, but everybody saved it surprisingly.
You know, you're running up to the front. You're trying to just push, be conservative. You know it's a long race here, but you got these guys going 2 and 3 wide early on. I mean, we had the long green flag run, but you had to have a lot of trust in the people that you were around, and they showed there was reason to do that tonight.
Yeah, I think everybody that was around, myself, is veterans in the MDiTV Thursday night WOOT. So I kind of settled down, and I kind of knew that everybody was going to be really tight racing, and it was going to be a good show up front. And that was in the back of my mind. I didn't really think about it much after that. And when Ian went to the top, I knew it was kind of game over because Moody came down, and I was like, all right, well, this is going to be Moody's race now. So I think Ian made a mistake going to the top.
Well, great run here tonight. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, Douglas Forestry, 5060 Drift Rentals. You for putting on the show, and everybody that shows up every night, every Thursday night.
So good old 3-time Arca Clay Clash champion. Going to take a WOOT win here tonight. Not your type of racing, but this was a wild one tonight.
Yeah, this was a really good racing, and also 2 cautions the whole race. I think that's a WOOT record. I don't know if there's ever been a race that's gone caution free, but that was really impressive that we only had 2 cautions. So props to everybody in that race for sure. That was amazing.
There was a lot of big saves, and there were a couple little 1 or 2 car spins that I didn't do a whole lot about, but yeah, there was a lot of good saves. I mean, you guys spent as much time sideways as you did side by side tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the thing about the street stocks is they're really easy to save because they're slower compared to like the trucks or any high horsepower car. But so they're really easy to catch. And there was one big moment. I think it was early, the first yeller or whatever. There was a wreck literally beside me, and I think Netcode could have taken me to the wreck if it wanted to. But luckily Netcode played nice, and we saw the ending of the race, thankfully. So I'll definitely take it. Phenomenal battle with Ian. I don't know how many different times we traded the lead, but it was a lot. So awesome race.
Yeah, definitely a phenomenal race. Some people think they need 6th place interviews too. You know, I don't know who would think that, but
Hey, you know what? That was worth it too.
great run here tonight. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, I want to thank you for putting this on and see if we can go ahead and get another one for the trucks and sweep the WOOT tonight. All the guys at 3D Racing, Justin Norwood Sim Sports, Precision 3D Prints and Designs. Everybody who came out tonight, raced the street stock race, that was phenomenal. Good job, Ian. That was a fun battle up front. Bert getting second. All the guys that raced tonight, and let's see if we can go 2 for 2 in trucks.
For sure. Andre and Kevin, thank you guys for the follow. Ian, I don't think you were in the rig. I think somebody else was in the rig. No, just kidding.
Yeah, you're right.
Man, that looked about as fun as WOOT has been.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, especially when you're in a rig that you've never raced on before. That was crazy. I got a TV like a foot away from my face, and the steering wheel's like I feel like I'm in an actual race car, dude. It's friggin' sick.
That's wild. Just so you know, Moody, Ian's in a flight simulator rig, so if you send him flying, it'll be perfectly natural for that rig.
Oh, okay, yeah, it'd be natural. I have to remember that.
I think it's multi-use. I think it's for both, but
oh, okay, that's cool. Cool deal.
But good run, guys. You running trucks, Ian?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
All right. Have fun, guys. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
All right, see ya.
All right, let's go ahead and over to the next race. I'm going to go ahead and put up the screen. And we are going to jump over into the trucks at Dega. That session is open already. Hopefully, Marc can have a better outcome in that one. That is not the farewell he wanted. I don't know why this UI is acting so funny. Grab the chair. All right, jumping in this session, I'll let you guys know who is in here in just a second as we roll into the trucks at Dega. It's not where I wanted it. Actually, we'll just go ahead and show it on the screen so you guys can see who is in trucks at Dega. All right, who do we got in here? We got Yellow, we got Ashton, we got Bill Sleep. Wares is in here. McNutt has made a return. Wow, there's a name. We got Woody in here. Been a while since we've seen him. Mayo's in here. Ian Burke. Fireball, Farless, Storkson. Cody's making an appearance. Good to see Cody. Kyle Todd. The Thrash Can. Morgan. Peyton. Shane Haas. Autry. Lovelace. All in here. We'll see if Roger makes an appearance here tonight. He made an appearance in as a spotter last week. We'll see if he'll make an appearance into the race this week. Definitely going to be wild. A wild one here tonight as these guys continue to pile into this race. Kyle Todd. Riley Green. Of course, I got the dirt iRating in here, so a lot of these guys are showing as rookies. The Burke and Bert show. Where is Bert? All right, we're going to go here like that so you can't see everything else on my screen. And I got to move this chat back over here. It's just open hosted. Just look up the channel name. First 45 people in get the race. Sometimes these fill up pretty quick, and this one is looking pretty full. Not going to lie. Oh, we got to be pushing it pretty quick. Oh, Jonathan Burt did show up, so we will have the Burt and Burke show. It's a lot of good drivers out here looking to race it out. Give me 1 minute, guys. I'll be right back. Hold on, I'll answer that question before I step away. Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the street stocks and mini stocks, whichever one I'm running that week. And then the second one will be something at Dega, and that one's at 10:30 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. Sounds good, Leaf. Sounds good. All right, so who is at the top of the charts right now is going to be Peyton Boyle at the top of the charts. Bill Sleep in second. Mayo in third. Storkson in fourth. And Swarting in the fifth spot. Got the Thrash Can currently in the number 6 position. Lovelace going to be sitting in 7th. Cohen in 8th. And Aiden in that number 9 spot. Then we get the other session with Rex sitting in 10th. Yeah, we got I think we are full. We are full, guys. So if Roger was going to show up, there is nowhere for him to show up at this point. It's just because it's cleaner. That's why I don't run Daytona. So and you get the turnout. But we run a different track with the street stocks and the mini stocks. We always run a different car combo at Dega, and then we run a different track combo with either between the mini stocks and the street stocks. But it's called WOoT. It's wide open on Thursday, so we try and do something wide open. But every time we've run a race, most of the time we run a race at Daytona, it ends up an absolute shit show. All right, who all do we have in here? Well, if Roger was going to show up, I don't think there's any room left. Yeah, no problem. We do so Mondays I do the opener for the big blocks for the Top Split official. And then over on YouTube only, I'm doing another late model stock series that I'm actually racing. And then Wednesdays is the Arca Clay Clash, which is Arca cars on dirt. So that's kind of the schedule there. And obviously, you know what Thursday is. Let's see, what else do we got? We got 3 sessions. We should have 3 or 4 sessions. Or 3 sessions is what we should have. As these guys have about 13 minutes left here in practice. We'll go into qualifying next. Yeah, everything is MDiTV now. Yes. I only stream to YouTube just because it's asking a lot more out of the computer, and it's hard to keep up with the chat as it is. So from one platform, it's a lot easier while I'm racing. So we start 7 p.m. Eastern on, well, it'll be 8 next, starting 2 weeks because there's no Top Split officials next week. So we'll do a race at 9 p.m. Eastern next week. That'll be the one I'll be running. That'll be YouTube only. And then Wednesday will be the Arca Clay Clash at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, for sure. Check it out. YouTube's great. It's I don't know. They're all kind of easy, but I think YouTube's a little easier to watch than TikTok. But I am on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. So Peyton going to stay at the top of the charts right now. Here comes Lovelace down pit road. Riding out on the track, having a little bit of fun. The Beef Stick Bandit. Oh my God, we just saw death. Oh. You know, I have come to appreciate the fact that Cody is not spelled with an EY. No, you still spell it with a K, but I can deal with that. Do it, Cody. I'm watching you. Who is under the track? Oh, he disappeared. He's just sunk in the track on my video. All right, back out on the action on the track as these guys are goofing off a little bit, which is always fun. Where are you going, Lovelace? Right. Moody says he's so fast he doesn't need to practice. He's actually on the track right now. Where are you, Register? Are you in this? You are not. You're on your way home? Now, Woody, I hope you can race that car forward too. Where is Thrash? Thrash is on pit road. Kenny's out there. Who's he gonna wreck? there is Kyle is in here. Kyle is in here. So Kyle will be he had a little incident in the last one. How can you talk to somebody that can't even spell their name right? Come on.
IE.
Oh no. IE is even worse than EY.
KODIE. That's what it's going to be.
That is the gayest way you could ever spell it.
It's simple.
I mean, you will have the LBGTQ ABCDEFG plus car. Yeah, it's open to anyone. What's Ian doing? He's got to be out there wrecking somebody by now. Nope, not yet. He was wrecking someone earlier. All right, guys, we have about 5.5 minutes left in practice, and we are going to get into qualifying here tonight. Why does it go right to Bill Sleep? You know, I clicked on crashes and it went right to Bill Sleep.
That sounds par for the course.
I got the
Yeah, you're always
Racing
welcome.
logo on the deck lid on top.
Surprised it didn't come to me driving backwards through 3 and 4.
Oh, Mayo, wreck him. Wreck him, Mayo, wreck him. Wreck him, Mayo, wreck him.
Backwards?
I'm driving backwards in the trial.
I just gave you a little haircut, Peyton.
Yeah, just a little bit.
You know, I think if Mayo or Sleep wreck somebody instead of Who's Your Daddy, it should be Who's Your Granddaddy.
Mayo's dad.
He saved it. Oof.
James, I think we should run this entire race in race gear.
Well, then they'll blow up because I have damage on.
Well, not if you don't pin the throttle, they don't.
So bad, I jumped. The worst part is I'm streaming at face cam, so they all saw it.
Oh. Lovelace just hanging out on the edge. See if Moody's going to give him a push. Oh, Moody's going to put. Oh, Moody's. Oh. You didn't even make it to the opening on my screen, Moody, and you were back on the pit road.
I had to help Zach out.
Come on, Payne, let's go. Let me catch up to you.
Oh my God.
I seem to have been stunned.
Payne, already in turn 2. You better hurry up.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
All right, let's go check the other session. What is Jonathan running? Ah, he's got the 31. It's so weird to see him in the 31. What the hell is the 31, Jonathan? Come on. You gonna screw me up like that?
I got it early. Someone already took my number.
I do like the Spicy Schemes logo on the front.
I'm getting pretty good about flipping it around. Oh, right to say it.
You know, if you guys need a truck to rent, Kobe's got one for $19.99.
Come on, Aiden. Reverse bump trap.
You gotta wait up a bit.
You know who we didn't see tonight, and they're not in here either? The Gotchas.
I don't think you're gonna do that to me anymore. How dare you?
All right, we got about 30 seconds left here in practice. We're going to get into qualifying here. Hopefully we can zip through this race pretty quick.
I just reversed into the wall and flipped.
Well, that's
Kenny with 11 months subscribed over on Twitch. Are you out there, Kenny? All right, just about done. That is going to be the end of practice. Jumping into qualifying here tonight. Going to do a quick driver's meeting for these guys, so give me a minute to run through that. Day late and $1 short. What's up, Kenny? All right, guys. It is going to be 3 laps here for qualifying for those of you that did not read it. 3 laps for qualifying. Top 5 are going to transfer in on time. Everybody else is going to end up in a heat and or a consi. And top 8 from each heat. Top 5 from the consi. A total of 26 drivers making the feature. We got a lot of cars here, so the consi is going to be absolutely insane. We are going to stay above that double yellow line. I don't care where you qualify. I can't watch everybody qualify, but we are staying above the double yellow line in the races here tonight, just so you guys know. Also, all initial starts will be on green, restarts on leader. Only time we're going to have to worry about restarts is in the feature because there are no cautions in the heats and or the consi. do not jump out of line until after the start finish line. So if you sit back and jump out of line, I will just DQ you. Other thing is chat. If you obviously with the jumping out of line, if I just totally ADHD'd on you guys, but if you jump out of line, if somebody skips misses a gear, I get that, but don't jump out of line just to jump out of line. Don't sit back and try and get a run. Chat is the biggest thing here, though, guys. If you have a problem with somebody, I don't care if you might want to mic up and tell them they're a fucking moron, but leave it at one and done. If you do keep it going, that is the easiest way to get removed from this session. Other than that, guys, we're have some fun here tonight, making sure you guys watch the stream on MDiTV now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. Give it a like, a share, and a follow. All right, so this is gonna be Marc's first or last race with us for a while, as he is going to be going into the Marines. We're not sure how long he's going to be. We got Kyle Todd out on the track right now in the number 26 machine, putting down a lap right now. Cody Harrelson at the top of the charts with a 55.162. Let's see where Kyle Todd is going to be. He's running that top side. This is going to be a slow lap. No. Well, not in the hosted. They don't count against anything. So incident points don't count against iRating. They count against safety rating. If you are once you go into the race session, incident points will count against your safety rating. But it's that 3 to 5 minute practice before the race, before qualifying, is the one that you have to worry about. All right, so Cody at the top of the charts here in qualifying right now, as some of these guys have completed one lap. Tyler Autry out on the track right now. Ian Martin, James Burke. We're going to see who goes ahead and completes lap number 2. That'll give us a better idea of where these guys are going to stand here tonight. Looks like we got 20 cars so far that have put a lap down, as Cody continues to sit at the top of the charts. Bill Sleep going to jump into second. Atkins in third. Robertson in fourth. Endicott in that number 5 spot as it stands right now. Here comes Cody into turn number 3 and 4. He might be the first one to complete his second lap. Nope. Mike Donnell will be the first one to finish his second lap, I believe. Here comes Cody to come across the line for the complete lap number 2. Dan Berg going to go quick time with a 1:44. Let's see what Cody has as he comes across the line this time by. He's going to go up to second quickest as Nolan Daniel goes with quick time with a 55.138. I guess that was Cody's third lap. My bad. Let's see who is Tyler Autry out on the track. Let's see where he's going to put that number 17. Clint says, let's go Team Full Throttle Fossils. Yeah, these guys are actually racing. It is not AI. Autry going to come across the line. Let's see where that puts him. That keeps him 10th with a 55.222 for Tyler Autry. Shane Haas, he got quick time in the Chicagoland race with the street stocks just before this one. We're doing all fixed. Yep. Everything I'm hosting is fixed. Only time I really do open sets is on dirt if I decide to do open set. All right, so Kyle Todd going to be 7th quick right now. Let's see where Shane Haas is going to put that number 23. Lovelace out on the track. Farless on the track. Storkson, Moody. A lot of good guys out on the track right now. Top 5 is the goal. That will get you transferred in as Ian Martin goes second quick. Only 1/1000th of a second off of the top time as he is on lap number 3. The Big 9, thank you for the follow. Fixed setup. So we could put the setup in and everybody's got to run the same setup. So everybody is on the same exact setup in this race. Did Shane scrape the wall on lap number 1? Because his time definitely did not count. Marc Thrash out on the track right now also. We'll jump over to him. Let's see. Yeah, Dega. What's up, Tyler? Tyler is currently 13th quick. Kenny Storks in 14th quick. Let's see where Haas is going to put his car this time as he comes across the line. He's going to go 8th quick on lap number 2. The Thrash Can out on the track in the number 38. We're going to keep an eye on him. His final race with us for a while. Yeah, that one's also fixed setup. Everything I'm hosting right now is fixed setup. The only thing that is not fixed is the big blocks that I broadcast on Monday nights, but that is an official race. So Marc Thrash out on the track right now. He is currently not put a lap time in. Jonathan Burt out on the track right now. Nolan in that number 1 spot. Ian Martin in the 2nd. Cody Harrelson in 3rd. Farless in 4th. Dan Berg in that number 5 spot. Those are the top 5 that look to be transferring through as it stands now, but that could change really quickly here when one of these guys get a lap in. See if anybody else jumps into the top 5. Right now, no one has. Marc Thrash comes across the line. Let's see where that puts the number 10 or 38 machine, as he is going to be 38th quickest. See if he's able to pick up the pace here on this lap. Yeah, no problem. My Discord link is in my profile. If you could jump on Discord, I usually announce everything too. Morgan going to jump up to 6th quick with a 55.149. Shane Haas up to the number 2 spot. Carter Casey going to go quick time. Ian Martin is back into 2nd. Shane Haas in 3rd. Nolan Daniel in 4th. Cody Harrelson in 5th. So top 5 changing up. Farless is now out in that number 6 spot. Let's see if Marc Thrash is able to pick up any spots here as he comes across the line. He's going to go 12th quick with a 55.163. Lovelace goes 4th quick. That's going to knock Cody into heat race number 1 as it stands right now. So Lovelace in that top 5. See if Marc Thrash is able to pick up the pace any here. Oh, definitely going to be some fights in the pits tonight. Here comes Marc Thrash in the number 38. Let's see what kind of lap he puts down as he comes across the line. Is he able to get into the top 5? He is not. He's going to be 13th quick with a 55.186. Well, that's not the one that got him there. Let's see. Anybody else left out on the track? No, that's going to be the end of qualifying. So it is going to be Casey Martin, and then I didn't see the rest. So Cody Harrelson going to start on the pole here tonight in heat race number 1. Outside of him, it's going to be Dan Berg. David in that number 3 spot. James Burke in 4th. Going to be Kyle Todd in 5th. Peyton Boyle in 6th. Riley Green in 7th. Tyler Autry going to start in 8th. Ryan White in 9th. Zachary Endicott in 10th. Going to be Braden Wares in that number 11 spot. Cohen in 12th. Ashton Thomas in 13th. Going to be Nate in 14th here tonight. Fireball in 15th. Jonathan Burt in 16th. Going to be Michael Donnell in that number 16 spot. Robert in 18th. Aiden in 19th. And Brandon Henson in that number 20 spot. Autry did not grid up. Tyler, why didn't you grid up? All right, guys, just a heads up. This start will be on green. Do not jump out of line until after the start-finish line. Ah, you're going to be starting from the pits, which might not be a bad thing. Trucks at Dega can get a little wild in the heats in the Consi. Top 8 advance. Top 8 advance. It's only a 5-lap race, which is what every Talladega race really should be. All right, so what's going to happen here is we're going to take the green flag. Cody's going to get wrecked, and he's going to bitch at somebody. That's pretty much what's going to happen. All right, we got them stacked up side by side down the back straightaway. You guys in the back, if you want to double them up, we'll clear the black. Fireball, you can jump up the high side if you want. Oh, 51's trying to take it from you. Autry has not made it back in yet as they come out of turn number 4. Looking for the green flag. It is going to be Cody and Berg on that front row. Who's going to take heat race number 1? As we look for the green flag, this time by pace car is in. Green flag will fly in the tri-oval. Green flag is out. Cody on the gas. He's going to get a little help from David as he's going to get the back bumper as Dan Berg tries to get that run on the outside. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Kenny, thank you for the 100 stars. Appreciate that. As they head into turn number 1 and 2, as Berg has the lead on the outside. He's going to fall down to the bottom side in front of Cody. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Going to be pretty quiet right now as it stands, but that won't stand for long as we got a blinker back in the pack. That could make things interesting. As Braden Wares is blinking a little bit. Top side is rolling as Berg slides up to the top. He's got Burke all over the back of him. Burke going to get shoved up into the third lane. Here comes Kyle Todd. He's going to make it 3 wide out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, looking for the line. It is going to be Dan Berg leading the way. Who's going to get that number 2 spot this time by? It is going to be Cody Harrelson. David, your top 3 as they come across the line, looking for turn number 1 and 2. Oh, somebody just made a mistake. Through turn number 1 and 2 so far, everybody keeping it straight as they come out of turn number 2. Cody gonna lead the way. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Cody in that number 9 machine, leading that bottom lane. He's got help behind him as they head into turn number 3. Right now it's going to be Braden Wares in that final transfer spot as it is getting dicey at the back. A little more desperation if you're outside that top 8. You want to get in the top 8. Try and set there. It's a short race. Not a lot of time to make moves as we are going to get 2 laps complete at the line as Cody leads them towards turn number 1 and 2. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Cody going to continue to lead the way. Top 3 are single file. It's going to be 2 by 2 from 4th on back as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Third lane trying to form. Nope. He's going to get in line as they head for turn number 3. Now it's going to be Woody in that number 8 spot, currently in the final transfer spot. Kyle Todd going to get a push forward. He's going to be 8th now. Burt is 1 spot out. Fireball 2 spots out. Here comes Jonathan Burt. He takes the transfer spot out of turn number 4. That spot is going to change an awful lot as they are side by side. I saw one. Yeah, for some reason, Braden blinks once in a while. As they come across the line, it is going to be 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go as the top 2. Now the only one single file as Cody's got to be comfortable where he's at right now with David committing to that back end as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Oh, big door there. Save it, save it. Kyle Todd sideways. He's going to get into somebody. Kyle Todd up into the wall. Him and Aiden banging doors into turn number 3 and 4. More door banging. Oh, they're still wrecking. They're wrecking at the back of the pack. As Cody Harrelson leads the way across the line. Oh, it was Aiden. As they head into turn number 1 and 2. David going to be all over the back bumper of that number 9 as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3. Third lane trying to form. We got one jumping out on the high side. Right now it is Burt in the transfer spot. Now Burke in the transfer spot. Oh, it is a little sketchy here in the middle of the pack as they head through 3 and 4. A couple of them bouncing off the wall. Braden Ware's up on the high side, trying to play a little defense. 4 wide. They save it out of turn number 4. Oh, a little bit of contact as David goes to the high side. He's going to make his way around Cody as they come to the line. Who's going to win it? At the line, it's going to be the 55 of David, Peyton Boyle, Cody Harrelson, Woody, Braden Wares, Burt, McCrae, and Berg going to the feature here tonight. Everybody else off to the LCQ. The LCQ is going to be nuts. Probably going to have around 19, 20 cars in the LCQ unless some people bail. As that is heat race number 1. That. Why aren't you guys just arguing in Discord? You're in the same Discord. Hey, Landon Moody. You're a dipshit. I just wanted to say it because it sounded cool. I think it sounded cooler when Cody said it. It's definitely funnier when Cody says it. He's got this attitude behind it. Well, I think the 57's going to wreck. The only problem is he doesn't have the 52 of register to wreck with.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Andrew was watching in the TikTok chat. I don't know if he's still there, but he was watching. All right, it's going to be Farless starting on the pole here tonight. Morgan in second. Going to be Landon Moody in that number 3 spot. The Thrash Can in 4th. Bill Sleep in 5th. McNutt in 6th. Atkins in 7th. Going to be Storkson in the number 8 spot. Robertson in the number 9 spot. Michael in 10th. Going to be Matthew Stern in 11th. Jamie in 12th. Tyler in 13th. Going to be Mason Gobick in the number 14 spot. Sporting in 15th. Hall in 16th. Jeremy James in the number 17 spot. David Mayo 18th. Ivan in 19th. And Rex in the number 20 spot. Rex, Jamie, and Michael are not here. Oh, they are here. Michael and Jamie. They are on pit road. Rex is the only one not in this one. We're going to get that green flag this time by. Start is on green, guys. Start on green. Remember, no jumping on a line until after the start-finish line. And in case you haven't been paying attention, top 8 transfer through. What do you care? You're already in. All right, looking for the green flag as they come out of turn number 4. Stacked up 2x2. Who's it going to be here in heat race number 2? We got Morgan and Farless on that front row. Pace car is in. Oh, there's going to be some carnage in the LCQ. I can promise you that. Green flag is out. There might be some carnage in heat race number 2. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway looking for turn number 1 and 2. Going to be Farless on the inside, Morgan on the outside. They're dead heat into turn number 1. Thrash going to get to the back bumper of Morgan. Maybe not quite as Moody rolls the bottom. He's side by side with Morgan out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. What's up, Jaden? We're doing good. We're doing good. Holy stacked heats, yeah. We definitely have a good group going on here lately. Still gets crazy, though. The feature's 30 laps. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Going to be side by side up at the front. Morgan going to have the lead with Thrash all over the back of him as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Here comes Storkson. He's going to make the third lane. Can he get some help up on the high side as they look through the tri-oval? Who's going to lead lap number 1? Here comes the Thrash Can. Up on the outside. He's going to lead lap number 1. Thrash going to try to get the bottom. He does. They're 3 wide behind him as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Marc going to control this one out of turn number 2. As they head for the back straightaway, a little bit of door banging there out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Right now it is going, oh, I can't even tell you who's in the transfer spot. Moody is out right now. If it were to end as Kenny Storkson we got a wreck up on the top side. They're wrecking in the back. Marc Thrash put a bold block on Storkson, able to hold on to the lead, but here comes Tyler Persall on the high side as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Big wreck at the back. Who was in that? There was a lot of people in that. Looks like Mayo is going to be out of the running as they come across the line. Going to be Marc Thrash leading again as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Right now it is Moody in that final transfer spot. Now he's out as Hall is in. He's going to get in front of Bill Sleep. Moody does as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Let's see if those two try to work the top side. Down the back straightaway. Bill Sleep's going to follow Moody. They're going to work the third lane looking for turn number 3 and 4. Tyler going to lead the way. Big push from Gobic. Gobic in the 72. Morgan going to drop down in front of Thrash. Thrash back to 4th. Single file top 4. 3 wide behind him. Right now, Storkson is in that number 57. He hasn't gotten wrecked yet. Those 3 cars just behind these guys might be in the catbird seat as this transfer spot is getting pretty sassy as they come across the line looking for turn number 1. Right now, it is going to be Moody and Hall side by side for the transfer spot. Moody, the last one in as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. A lap and a half left. Ooh, big bold move from Gobic as he slides up in front of Thrash. Thrash working the top side. Here comes Gobic high into turn number 3. He's going to grab the lead as Thrash is all over the back of him into turn number 3 and 4. Thrash pushes him to the lead. Gobic bails on him down to the bottom side. Here comes Farless in the number 3 machine, trying to get to the back bumper of the 38. Moody looks to the third lane, all by himself, no help pushing. Oh, they're wrecking. Big wreck in the tri-oval as Thrash going to lead the way. White flag is out. White flag is out as they continue to wreck behind him. Bill Sleep gets caught up in that one. He is out. Kenny Storkson is in. Right now, Swarting in that final transfer spot. He's got Mayo behind him as we're 3 wide for second out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for this has been right. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. They're going to go 4 wide. 4 wide down the back straightaway. They're going to get it down to 2 and 3 wide as they head into turn number 3. Storkson going to survive so far as they come through turn number 3 and 4. Thrash leads the way. He's got Morgan behind him. Thrash with a little bobble out of turn number 4. That's going to stack him up. Storkson up underneath Morgan. Contact looking for the line. Thrash leads the way as they come to the line. Is he going to win heat race number 2? He does. As Moody crashes across the line, it is going to be Thrash, Moody, Gobic, Storkson, Farless, Gamboa, Hall, and Mayo make their way in. Swarting is 1 spot out. He is going to the LCQ, and so is everyone else. Marc Thrash takes a W here tonight as we look towards the feature, but we got an LCQ left, and this is going to be wild. All right, time for the LCQ as they get gridded up. It is going to be Ryan White on the pole here tonight. Luke Swarting in second. Going to be Riley Green in that number 3 spot. Colby in 4th. Going to be Mike Donnell in the number 5 position. Ivan Garcia in 6th. James Burke in 7th. Going to be Matthew Stern in the number 8 spot. Fireball in 9th. Bill Sleep in 10th. Going to be Autry in the number 11 spot. And Tyler Parcell in 12th. Ashton Thomas going to start in 13th. Dan Atkins in 14th. Kyle Todd in 15th. Going to be McNutt in that number 16 spot. Endicott in 17th. Jeremy James in 18th. Going to be Aiden in that number 19 spot. And I don't know if anybody else is going to grid up, so I'm not going to worry about calling them as we get ready for the LCQ. Your money's on Moody. Moody's always a good pick. But it is Superspeedway racing. All right, we're going to grid them up. Few people did not grid up. Looks like we got 16 cars going for 5 positions. All right, start is going to be on green, not Riley Green, but on the green flag. Do not jump out of line until after the start-finish line. Top 5 transfer through. It is 6 laps. You got to be there at the end to have a chance to make it, so don't do anything stupid too early because you're going to take yourself out. All right, we got them stacked up looking for the green flag this time by. As they come down the back straightaway, who's it going to be here in the LCQ? Who is going to win? Who's going to be our B-Main Warrior? Let me know out in the chat. Yeah, Kenny's spectating. I can see him in my Discord now, so I'm pretty sure he's spectating. Kenny, are you spectating us?
Yep.
Been good so far.
I couldn't hear you.
I said it's been good so far.
It has been pretty good.
All right, we are looking for the green flag this time by as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway, 2 by 2. Who's it going to be here in heat race number in the LCQ, top 5 transfer through. I know I said you were going to wreck. Look, I did the opposite of a broadcaster curse. You're welcome. Of course, Brian's not there to see it. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they head for turn number 1 and 2. Looks like Ivan is going to start from pit road. Might not be a bad choice here. This is going to be a wild one as these guys are going to want to try to race their way in. They're going to get aggressive early as they head through turn number 1 and 2. So far, keeping it pretty clean as they come up to speed out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Who's going to be the first one to push the limits as they come down the back straightaway? There's one jumping up to the top. Down the back straightaway, Swarting going to get a big push from behind from Kobe as he pushes them to the lead as Swarting takes the lead into turn number 3. The leader has not been in the position he's been wanting to be in on these starts. That top side definitely has been getting the momentum as Bill Sleep tries to work his way up into a transfer spot in that number 66. Did not have a good street stock race. He's looking to have a better truck series race as they come across the line. 1 lap complete. 1 lap complete as they head into turn number 1 and 2. So far, these guys are surviving as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Going to be pretty wild as this is cleaner than the rest of the races. It would be a big surprise as they come down the back straightaway. It looks like we got a 3rd lane forming. The 17 up there on the top side trying to push his way forward. He's got help behind as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Momentum dying up in the top lane as they fall back out of turn number 4. That's going to move Burke up into that final transfer spot as they come to the line. It is going to be 2 laps complete. They're 3 wide back in the pack. You're going for Zach? Where is Zach? Oh. Yeah, Zach is not. Zach didn't even start. I don't know why he didn't, but he didn't. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Going to be Luke leading the way. He's got Kobe behind him. Riley Green, Mike Donnell, and James Burke, your top 5. If you're James Burke, you know you're going to have to make a move to the outside because the field is going to try to freight train you up there as they head out of turn number 4. It is going to be halfway through the LCQ when they come across the line this time by. They'll have 3 laps to go at the line. They're 3 wide in the rear. Bill Sleep part of that battle. They got to get single file. This front pack is pulling away as they look for turn number 1 and 2. 3 laps complete. Going to continue to roll single file as it stands right now. When will we see Burke make the move to the high side? He's going to have to stop the train when they get the run. He's going to have to slide up and take advantage, or he's going to be a sitting duck down on that bottom side. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn at number 3 and 4. Top lane can't get the momentum as it stands right now as they head into turn number 3. What's up, Swank? You missed a phenomenal street stock race, Swank. To the line. Oh, we got one wrecking. There's the first wreck of the race, as it looks like it's only going to take out one driver. As they come across the line, 2 laps to go, as Brian White going to get caught up in that one. So this is going to be real interesting to see how it all unravels as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Burke's going to jump up to the outside. Burke, he's got to jump up there. The second lane was starting to form as they come down the back straightaway looking for 3 and 4. Time to get aggressive on that side draft as the 29 gets into Burke. Burke's going to save it. They're still trying to wreck. They're connected into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, Burke. Burke goes around. So crash happens coming through turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be white flag this time by 1 lap to go. Kyle Todd now in that final transfer spot as they come down the front straightaway. He's got Jeremy James behind him. He's going to try to play a little defense here, I'm sure, as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Big aggressive push from the 26 of Kyle Todd as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, looking for that checkered flag. This time, oh, big wreck. Big wreck up at the front. Big wreck as it's going to be Swarting, Kobe, Todd, Aiden, and Autry now in a transfer spot. So Autry going to jump into that final transfer spot. He's in that number 17 as they come through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Swarting leads the way as they look for the line. Will they survive to the line? Todd tries to put a block on. Oh, they're wrecking as Swarting is going to take the win. Robertson, Kyle Todd, Thomas, and Donnell going to come across and make it in the feature as Aiden gets caught up in that one. As we finish up the LCQ here tonight. Beefing on the track here tonight. Let's go see if we can go figure out what happened here. Oh, that was a little bit wild. As we get no cautions in the heats or the cons. We've got a 3-minute warm-up. All right, guys, this is a 3-minute warm-up. We do run this through. Go out there, have a little bit of fun. Kind of do whatever you want. And, wreck each other, drive in reverse, whatever. And we'll go racing here in a few minutes. Skill issues. Yeah, it got pretty wild there. I got to grab a water. I finished my water. We got the 30-lap main event coming up here in just a minute. Let me go find something for you guys to watch, as these guys will definitely be doing some crazy stuff. Oh, they're already wrecking. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. All right, this should be interesting here tonight. A lot of good drivers in this one. So I know Endicott is we have an Endicott for a town around here. Shane Haas out there in the 23. These guys doing some donuts. Where is Marc Thrash? He's probably backwards somewhere. Yep. As we get about 1 minute left here in the warm-up. No. I don't ever use this. I don't even run the iRacing spotter. I have my spot. Oh my God. I have my spotter shut off. Oh, he got drilled. As we got about 12 seconds left, getting ready to get into tonight's feature. I don't like the spotter. If I were to use a spotter, I'd like a real life one. Give me real information. I don't really wreck that much. All right, we're going to get ready for tonight's starting lineup. Starting on the pole, if he's still here, it is going to be Carter Casey. Outside of him, it's going to be Ian Martin. Starting in the number 3 spot, it's going to be Shane Haas with Zach Lovelace in 4th. Going to be Nolan Daniel in the number 5 spot, David in 6th. Mark Thrash in 7th. Going to be Peyton Boyle in the number 8 spot, Landon Moody in 9th. Cody Harrelson in 10th. Going to be Gobick in that number 11 spot, Cohen Woodward in 12th. Going to be Kenny Storkson in the number 13 spot, Braden Wares in 14th, Justin Farless in 15th. All right, sorry. I just noticed something. So it's going to be Storkson, Wares in 14th, Farless in 15th. Going to be Burt in that number 16 spot, Morgan in 17th, McRae in 18th. Going to be Jason Hall in 19th, Dan Berg in 20th, Mayo in 21st. Going to be Luke Swarting in the number 22 spot, Robertson in 23rd, Kyle Todd in 24th. Then rounding out the rest of the field here tonight is going to be Ashton Thomas and Mike Donnell. So it's going to be 24 cars as a couple did not grid up. We're going to go ahead and give these guys a reminder of the rules. All right, guys, just a reminder, this start will be on green. No jumping out of line until after the start-finish line. Restarts will be on leaders. Also, it is admin control cautions. If it's 1 or 2 cars or we get a shit ton of cautions, I may not always throw the caution. That being said, go get your fast repair, get back on the track. When we do get a caution, just take your lap back. I will clear the black flag. I pay attention to what's around me, Jake. I have triple monitors too. That helps a little bit. Well, that guy's going to wreck first. Brad, thank you for the heart. Me appreciate that. I don't know if you're still out there. I just noticed it. As we got these guys side by side into turn number 3 and 4, looking for the green flag this time by. If you've ever done real life short track racing, you don't have a spotter, so you kind of get used to it. Pace cars in, looking for the green flag as they come down the front straightaway. Going to be 30 laps here tonight. 1 fast repair for these guys as they come to the line. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway looking for turn number 1 and 2. Everybody going to behave down into 1 and 2. Martin's going to have the edge on that outside. Here comes Casey Carter back on the inside as they head through turn number 1 and 2. They're 3 wide for 3rd behind them. Lovelace stuck up in that 3rd lane as they come out of turn number 4. Down the turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Luke Swarting going to go ahead and pull out of the pack, move to the back of the pack, try to survive and save the fast repair. David with another strategy. He's going to go straight to the front. Big push from Peyton as they head into 1 and 2. Three wide back of the pack as they come down the front straightaway, looking for the line. David looking to lead lap number 1 here. As they come across the line, it's going to be David leading lap number 1, Peyton in 2nd, Casey Carter in 3rd. So we make it through the first lap as they're 3 wide for second. Now 3 wide for third as the top 2 lanes starting to fall back. Need a little bit of help. Here comes the 9 of Cody Harrelson. Going to get to the back bumper of Ian. Gets him sideways out of turn number 2. Oh, here it comes. Caution flag comes out. All right, let's. Oh, what happened there? Oh, wow. Little bobble there in front of Kyle, and then they just beat and bang doors. Ooh. I don't know. Oh. As we get the first caution flag of the night. David leading the way. Hey, Moody, they're telling you in the chat if you win, you get they'll cash app you $20. To be fair, he was getting pushed, and Cody, I don't know if he was blocking, but had a little bobble. Grip hacks wouldn't do him any good here anyway. So we're going to see some guys come down on pit road, get some damage repaired, get the fast repair. It's some generic brand. I was starving. It's some generic honey barbecue chips. All right, so a lot of guys going down on pit road, getting the repairs done. Eating beef sticks. The beef stick bandit is eating beef sticks. He made it. He's in here. He's 9th right now. Are you scared of Cody's ex-girlfriends because they're probably hung more than most of us? The best way to save your fast repair is to not wreck. All right, they're going to come across the line. Should be one to go. One to go this time by as they get them stacked up 2 by 2. Should be a good one. Hopefully, we don't get too many wrecks. The street stocks were phenomenal. But these things are definitely a little harder to save. Not with Moody in the field. Did you say you're high, Jonathan? All right, we got them stacked up 2 by 2 as the beef stick bandit munches on his beef stick. Don't kill Kenny. All right, out of turn number 4. It is going to... By the way, this start is on David. Anytime after the pace car pulls off. As they come out of turn number 4, we got them stacked up 2 by 2. As David leads the field down the front straightaway, pace car is off. When is David going to fire off? Most of the time in these trucks... And the trucks, it will be in the restart zone, maybe slightly before, just to spread the field just a little bit to get them single file. But most of the time, everybody's going to go around the restart zone. Green flag is out. David's going to get out there. Not too big of a jump. Should be safe as they head for turn number 1 and 2. Jonathan just missed the field. Kyle Todd just missed the field. He had a bit of damage as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Down the back straightaway, looking for 3 and 4. We're going to get a few guys with some big runs. They're going to try to take advantage of it. We see one jumping up to the high side as they head for turn number 3 and 4. The one of Robert McRae, I believe it is, up on that top side. Trying to get the third lane to go. He's going to go start to fall back, though, as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway as David continues to lead Shane Haas in second. Let's see. We got some big names up in this front pack as they come across the line. It is going to be David leading the way. He's got Shane Haas committed to his rear end as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Going to try to keep a good green flag run here. I like keeping it around 3 cautions. We try not to throw too many, but we're going to see how these guys do as they head for turn number 3 and 4. If it starts to become a caution fast, I'll stop throwing the cautions as quick. Usually tends to clean it up a little bit as these guys head through 3 and 4. Can they get that second lane to start to roll? Marc going to settle into the number 3 spot, single file. Marc Thrash trying to battle for 4th, top lane, starting to get the run. Martin's going to jump up to the outside. Here comes the race at the front. Martin going to jump up high on Shane Haas. Oh, he gets bailed on as the 29 and Carter jumps down to the bottom, leaving Ian by himself. David jumps up, grabs Ian. Ian with the run into turn number 1 and 2. Ian going to make some ground, tries to go low. Shane Haas going to fill it. They're going to be 3 wide for the lead. Out of turn number 2. A little bit of contact further back as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. 3 wide up at the front. 3 wide for a few lanes. Back down the back straightaway as David gets a big push from behind. But here comes Martin with Ashton behind him into turn number 3 and 4. Shane going to hold strong down on the bottom. He's got Casey Carter behind him as Shane peeks out front out of turn number 4. Big bobble from Ian Martin out of turn number 4. Able to hold on to it. Big run down the front straightaway. Who's going to lead this time by? Multiple 3 wide lanes coming across the line, but it's going to be Ian Martin leading the field. He's all by himself this time by as they head for turn number 1 and 2. Definitely some aggressive blocking up at the front, aggressive pushing as these guys try to keep it straight. We got Ashton and the Beefstick Bandit connected in that middle lane as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Middle lane is starting to fade as they come out of turn number 2. Mark Thrash is going to slide up to the top side. With Carter, they're going to work the middle, down the back straightaway, looking for 3 and 4. Mark going to lead the way. He's got Shane Haas behind him as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Starting to look a little bit like tandem drafting. Find your partner and push as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Thrash going to move to the bottom side, but look at the top lane go. David with a big push from behind. Oh, he's going to bail on his pusher. Now jumps back out to the outside out of turn number 4 to the line. Martin's going to lead this time by. David going to have the run down into turn number 1 and 2. We got a pack back here that is going single file. Might not be a bad move. Landon Moody is leading this group as we jump back up to the front 3 wide out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Yo, what's up, Swank? You jump platforms, I see. David going to have the push on the outside. 3 cars working together. David has the edge. Can't make it to the bottom. Slides back up across the nose of his pusher there as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Who's going to lead this time by? Big run by that 3rd lane. David going to push out ahead as they come down the front straightaway. Not able to clear the field, but big push from behind. Oh, he's going to go down 1 lane. Can't go down to the bottom one, but David's going to lead that time by. A little bit of beating and banging there. Saw some smoke as, it is getting sketchy in that middle lane as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Ashton going to jump up to the 3rd lane. Tries to get behind Braden. Braden leading that 3rd lane up on the high. Doom scrolling now. I get that. Cody's going to jump up to the high side. Cody's looking for the lead. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Going to be David leading the way. Top lane starting to work as Ashton giving big bumps to Braden out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Coming to the line this time by. It's going to be 11 laps complete. Oh, we got a wreck down the front straightaway. Caution flag comes out. Oh, multiple wrecks here. Caution flag comes out. Multiple wrecks there. Caution flag comes out here once again. Multiple cars wrecking. Shane Haas having to take the tow. That is not good for him. That's open hosted. We do it every Thursday night. As we get a big one again, it's going to be 11 laps complete, be 12 to complete at the line this time by. My Discord link is in the profile. If you guys join the Discord. If you're over on Facebook or YouTube, it is in the description. If you're over on Twitch, just do !Discord. That'll give you the Discord link. We do a 30-minute practice before the race. So 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do either mini stocks or street stocks. Next week will be mini stocks at a random plate style track for those. And then we do something at Dega. All right, so working the caution flag here tonight. We got quite a few cars down on pit road getting their fast repairs. Shane Haas probably is going to go a lap down here more than likely. He's going to have to get those laps back I believe he had to tow. Yeah, I don't usually run the ARCA cars. They're too slow. All right, so we're going to be pretty close to the halfway point when we take the green flag. That was a decent green flag run. Can we get a better one here? As these guys are starting to work these fast repairs, they're going to have to start to be a little bit smarter because they're going to be out of the race if they wreck again. I think I got to look and see. I don't know what next week will be. Which one? I have to look and see what we're doing next. I usually announce it the day of anyway. Yeah, the pushes weren't very well timed, I think was the issue. It's where the pushes were happening. Ashton is watching. All right, so they're going to get the one to go at the line. One to go at the line. They're going to stack them up 2 by 2, looking for the green flag this time by. These guys got to get stacked up, get that organized. Sleepy is a little sleepy because he's watching the stream instead of figuring out where he needs to put the car. As they come out of turn number 2, stacked up 2 by 2, it is going to be 16 laps to go when they take the green flag. So just before the halfway point, Ian Martin going to start on the outside of David there. He's got Ashton behind him. Marc Thrash going to be pushing on that bottom lane. It'll be interesting to see where these guys go. Hold on, I want to fuck with somebody. Let's see if I can. Let's fuck with Braden.
Aren't you being a nice, safe?
What was that for?
Just to hear you, bitch.
My PC just.
I was just fucking with you, Braden. Was trying to see if you were paying attention or if you were eating your beef sticks. All right, looking for the green flag as they come through the tri-oval. David's going to lead the field to the green. Green flag is out. Big jump by David. I mean, any of them, just whichever one you feel comfortable with. Find one you're comfortable with and run it. Down into turn number 1 and 2, going to thin out the field a little bit with that jump. Good jump for David. Helps, but here comes the top side as Braden sticks with Ian Martin. Down the back straightaway looking for 3 and 4. Martin with a big run. Martin's going to move down to the bottom. Is he going to take Ashton with him? He's staying up there as they head into turn number 3 and 4. So Martin going to control this as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Moody in the number 84. All over the back of that number number 1 machine as they come out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. Martin continues to lead. Yeah, I like 5 flags. But you guys got to find one you're comfortable with, and just it'll help you with every car too. When once you find that one track you're good at. Moody takes it in the middle as they head into turn number 1 and 2. So Moody not afraid to make it 3 wide as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Martin trying to block the lanes. He's going to get stuck in the sucker hole as Farley's going to get to his outside. He's got Ashton down low, 3 wide for the lead down the back straightaway. Farley's going to take the lead, drops down in front of Ian Martin as they head for turn number 3 and 4. So a bad timed block there. Martin's going to fall back as looks like Nolan Daniel is another one to watch here tonight as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Here comes Moody to the outside of Ian Martin. Moody with a big run to the outside, but he's got no help as they head. Oh, we got one turn sideways. Big saves down the front straightaway as they head into turn number 1 and 2. 3 wide. Nope, they're going to get down to 2 wide into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Martin to the outside. Farless down low out of turn number 2. Always Mark's bad. What's up, Xbox? Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Martin on the high side. Farless down low. Drag race, looking for turn number 3. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, big bump from Braden Wares on the back bumper and Nolan Daniels. Daniels up the track, but no help as it stands down the front straightaway, but he's going to take advantage. Big run. Here comes Wares as Ashton Thomas going to put a big block. Oh my God, that was almost death for David. Somehow they keep it together across the line. 17 laps complete, 13 laps to go. Get a little sketchy up at the front here as they head through turn number 1 and 2. They're going to get back organized. We got a pack back here that has fallen quite a ways back. Let's see. That is all by themselves. Some of those guys are the ones that got sideways earlier. They're going to need a caution to definitely drag their way back up into this battle, and they'll probably get it at some point. We've seen aggressive blocks, aggressive pushes, and aggressive moves all over the place up at the front of the pack. We are probably not done with caution flags as Ashton going to put the block up on the top. Slides too far. Martin's going to go low. Ashton hard into the outside wall. Ashton hard. Oh, we got another one. Oof. Ian Martin into the outside wall. Caution flag comes out once again here tonight. We are going to be less than 10 laps to go when we take the green flag. Did you say queer on the top? Queer on the top? Yeah, Shane's only car a lap down, so he's going to be taking that top side, like he said. So working the caution flag here once again. Let's go back and take a better look at this one. Oof. Bill, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Yeah, he's been just kind of sitting put. You're not going to be able to argue with him for a while here, Xbox. So funny thing is, Pack is back as a Packers fan, and Mark is a Chicago Bears fan. So we get some interesting conversations in the Discord, Jake. Bill, thank you for the heart. We appreciate that. Appreciate the heart. Me. Make sure you guys give the stream a like, a share, and a follow if you have not. Go back, go Lions. Oh God, we're gonna work the whole division over here. Appreciate it. So 20 laps complete when they come across the line this time by. Should get an 8 or 9 lap. No go Ravens. As they come across the line, is it 1 to go this time? I think it's 2 to go. Farless leads the way. David in second, Nolan in third, Mike Donnell in fourth, Peyton Boyle fifth, and Mark Thrash in sixth. Those are your top 6. Those will be your first 3 rows. When we take the green flag again, we'll get one more. Clearly not. Who, me? No. Mark is complaining about how bad the Bears are. Yeah, they suck. They actually just traded someone to the Buffalo Bills, their wide receiver, didn't they? Thought there was a height requirement for the. They need somebody to get in the small spaces. So Mark just got lucky. They needed somebody. All right, so Ian Martin down on pit road gets his damage repaired. He's going to get back out on the track. They should get the 1 to go this time by. A lot of work for Ian Martin to do now, starting at the back of this pack. Look at his hustle. Oh, my God. Mark, Xbox is talking shit about you in the chat.
The bussy pussy brisket sandwich.
Hey, Mark, they're asking if you're going to get special leave from the Marines to go between December 1st and 25th for your northern duties.
It's nice, thick, and creamy.
I guess Mark's got nothing to say. All right, we got them stacked up 2 by 2, looking for the green flag. Still 24 cars on the track. We're going to have an 8-lap shootout here, and I don't think that was the last caution. Got a lot of fast guys trying to work their way back up to the field. I see Martin back there, Storkson back there, Kyle Todd, Shane Haas, Ashton Thomas has been quick. There's some fast guys back there that need to work their way up through the field. It is going to be utter chaos here soon as they come back down the back straightaway, looking for turn at number 3 and 4. All right, just a reminder, this start is on Justin Farless anytime after the pace car pulls off. I can't hear him from down there, right? Looking for the green flag when they come out of turn at number 4. Wait on the black clear. Wait on the black clear when you go to clear him. I know I meant to be on admin channel for a reason. Green flag is out as they come across the line. Down into turn number 1 and 2. It is going to be... Oh, we got Kyle Todd going around in the 26. Back up to the front. It is going to be Farless leading the way. Nolan in second. David in third as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway is going to be 2x2 for third on back. 2, 3 wide. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Here comes David trying to get the run on the outside. He's got to get back in line. Here comes the field. Top 4, top 5, single file down the front straightaway. Looking for the line. Going to be Farless leading the way as they try to figure out their positions further back. They're going to need a little bit of time and a lot of bit of help to get there as we get 7 laps to go. Stack them up 2x2 again. Here comes David to the high side, but top side can't get the run. Moody, though, is giving a big push to the 54 of Peyton Boyles. They come out of turn number 2. He's going to go to the outside. They're 3 wide. 3 wide down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. It is going to be Farless leading the way. Here comes David to the high side. David has some help. It's going to be Braden Wares in that 07. Here comes Marc Thrash down to the bottom as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Who's going to lead this time by? David doesn't have enough help, but he's got a little bit of a run out of turn number 4. Farless going to lead that time by trying to get things together in that second lane. So far, they're pretty stale as the bottom lane seems to be working best as they head through 1 and 2. Farless going to slide up to the top, then moves back down to the bottom out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Here comes that top lane. Big pushes on the top. Wears all over the back of the 55 of David as they head for turn. Oh, we got one over. Big wreck. They're tumbling down the back straightaway. Big wreck down the back straightaway, bringing... Let's see if we can figure out what happened here. Big tumble by Peyton down the back straightaway. Shane Haas tumbles too. Oh my God. Big tumble for Shane Haas. As the caution flag comes out here once again tonight for the 3rd time. I think this is going to put us in a green-white checker situation. I think we're going to end up with a green-white checker situation here. David in the lead. Braden Wares in second. Landon Moody in third. Morgan in fourth. So a lot of cars caught up in that one. Some of them are going to be pretty heavily damaged. I mean, it doesn't look horrible. As they are going to come across the line. We'll see how many people end up on pit road. Few cars caught up in that one. Green, white checker situation. Biggest question at Talladega as... He 100% did. He definitely. All right, so working the caution flag here once again as David leads the way. Braden Ware's in second, Landon Moody in third, Morgan in fourth, Justin Farless in fifth. Marc Shenanigans. The Beef Stick Bandit is in the top two. We gotta get some t-shirts made. I told him, I said, I so hope your parents called you the Beef Stick Bandit. And he said, I went to go eat dinner and they called me the Beef Stick Bandit. Oh, by the way, Braden, your mom's over in the chat on Facebook. He says, of course she is. They call Marc the booster seat mover. Hey, Marc, do you know if they have Humvees and they have booster seats in the Humvee for you? Told him to put it on his truck, right? Oh, God. It's a good thing I didn't have the chat going over that time. Oh, all right. We got them stacked up 2 by 2 now. Oh, God. You don't want to know what he said, Xbox. You don't want to know. All right, looking for the green flag here once again. Looks like we've only lost one car tonight. Looks like Woody, the first car out for the night. Green, white checker. It's a natural green, white checker here. Will we make the white flag? That's going to be the question. The hardest part here is to make it to the finish line. I don't know if you have heard worse. I'll let you listen to the replay afterwards. Maybe not tonight, though. I'm freaking exhausted. But I will save the replay and we can listen to it later. Maybe I'll put it on the soundboard. We got to put that on the soundboard for Xbox. He wants to know what you said. So we'll have to clip it. Yeah, the only problem is the soundboard's only good for 5 seconds. It's still 3 seconds longer than what Marc would last in that situation he was talking about. Galaxy equals kick Marc. No, this is the last one tonight. Looking for the green flag as they come down. Oh, we are wreck. Green flag is out. Not really sure what happened. Yeah, that was dumb. Sorry, I can't let Ian get taken out like that. That was fucking dumb. The caution one was on you, Cody. Don't play dumb, by the way. That one was definitely not on Ian. All right, so we're going to try this one again. If nobody pits here, we are going to make it one to go. All right, we are making it one to go. Looking for the green flag this time by. Green, white checker. David's going to lead the field. Landon Moody's going to be on the outside. What's up, Josh? Oh, okay, okay. Fuck that guy. I mean, Sleepy's all right. Just picking on him. All right, we are looking for the green flag. It is going to be a green-white checker. Will we make it to the white flag? That's going to be the question here tonight. Going to be Moody. It's going to be David and Moody on that front row. Farless and Morgan on the second row as they look for the green flag out of turn number 4. When will David fire off? Will he spread out the field? Oh, that got sketchy. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they head for turn number 1 and 2. David up the track. Gonna block Moody. Here comes Farless back on the inside. He's gonna get Marc Thrash to the bottom. David will probably slide down out of turn number 2. No, he stays up high as Moody's all over the back of him. Oh, here he goes down to the bottom. Oh, a little bit of contact. Oh, got a little sketchy there as no, it's not Farless. It is Morgan pushing the back of Moody, heading into turn number 3 and 4. Side draft from Moody through turn number 3 and 4. It is tight quarters as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway, looking for the white flag. This time by, it is too late to throw a caution. Oh, Moody gets turned. Morgan gets turned. They're wrecking. No caution flag. No caution flag as they come across the line. They're still wrecking. Down into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be David leading the way. Farless in second. Marc Thrash in third. Nolan in fourth. The whole field just wrecked. Braden Ware's in that number 5 spot. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Marc looking to the outside. Down the back straightaway. Farless thinking about the outside. Marc all over the back of him. Marc's going to push them both into turn number 3 and 4. He's going for the finale win for him. It's going to be a long time before he's back. All over the back of Farless. Farless all over the back of David. Can't make a move because Marc is on the back of him. Marc looks to the high side. Farless looking low on David. They're going to touch. No, they miss each other. Marc might be in the catbird seat. Contact between the leaders. Here comes Thrash to the bottom. David leads the way. Who's going to make it to the line? It's going to be David with the win. Thrash in second. Farless in third. Wares and Thomas, your top 5. What a crazy finish here tonight. David taking the win. We're going to go through these results. All right, it's going to be David with the win here tonight. Moransky for the win. Marc Thrash in second. Justin Farless in third. Braden Ware's in that number 4 spot. Ashton Thomas in fifth. Going to be Kobe in the number 6 spot. Nolan Daniel in 7th. Shane Haas in 8th. Going to be Luke in 9th. Jonathan Burt in 10th. Robert in 11th. Going to be Landon Moody in that number 12 spot. Peyton Boyle in 13th. Lovelace in 14th. Going to be Ian Martin 15th. David Mayo 16th. Kenny Storks in 17th. Jason Hall in 18th. Going to be Carter Casey in the number 19 spot. Cody Harrelson 20th. Mike in the 21st. Morgan 22nd. Kyle Todd 23rd. Woody in 24th. Mason Govic and Dan did not grid up. We're going to go ahead and grab whoever's in Discord in that top 3 for their interviews. Well, Marc grabbed himself. So we're just waiting on Farless again. Fucking Farless. Taking his damn time getting over here. Oh, crazy race tonight, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know where Farless is. We'll see if he jumps in here, but we'll start with Marc. His final race for a while. Heading off to the Marines final race with WOoT for a while. Heading off to the Marines on Monday. Almost got there in style. I saw you trying to get them a little loose, pushing the pusher there. Not able to take advantage, getting one more spot, but not to the lead. But great run here tonight, Marc.
Yeah, it would have been nice to, close a big book on a happy story, or however that saying goes. I'm just excited to finish on the podium, period. It would have been much better to get the win. I think they changed the truck package or something because they drove a lot different than they usually do today. I think if it was still the old truck, we'd had a lot better shot at it coming out of 4, but P2, you can't beat it. Couldn't ask for anything more.
For sure. Thank you, Kenny. Appreciate it. It seems like they've changed a lot of the draft package on these cars, and it makes it so much harder to pass on the NASCAR cars since they've done that.
Yeah, it was definitely harder to work your way through the field. I mean, it looked like 3 wide kind of worked at times, but before you could pull 3 wide, but with 2 cars all the way up to the front of the pack. It was definitely much harder to get a solid outside line going and maintain it instead of somebody up top bailing down to the inside.
For sure. Brian says, good race. Mark's good luck. Stay safe. Long road ahead of you, but hopefully creates a bright future for you. Gives you a lot of opportunity. I know you get some friends, families, and sponsors, and probably a few things to say. Why don't I give a shout out?
I got to thank you first and foremost for the last, whatever it's been, 4 or 5 years of my life. Every Thursday, pretty much since then. The community you've built is, arguably some of the favorite people I've ever met online. Just being around is definitely a blessing in my life. It sucks I'm gonna have to go away, for a few months here, but like I said, it's to better my life, better my family's life. Just thank everybody else who shows up day in, day out. Every Thursday, even the ones who couldn't make it, even the ones who aren't with us anymore. Got to thank the wife, and I got to add the unborn child in there. But it is a boy. I don't know if I told everybody. It is. We are having a boy. Gender reveal today. Yeah, that's about it for me, I think.
You're from Illinois. You can't choose what the gender is. The child hasn't picked it yet.
All right. Hold on, relax. Not that close to the city.
Oh God.
Good run tonight, Mark. We're gonna miss you for sure. Hopefully we get some races in together this weekend before you go.
I'm sure I'll try to be here.
All right, buddy. David, good run here tonight. It was a lot of work in that Krispy Kreme number 55, and now I want some glazed donuts from Krispy Kreme, and they're too far away.
Always.
So I hate you for that. But good win here tonight. You were up front all night long.
Yeah, I don't know how. I was just right place, right time most of the time. Just trying to throw some blocks without getting myself turned, avoid the wrecks. That's all you really got to do with Dega. So.
Well, it seemed like there was a lot more defense here tonight than usual because of the draft package being a little bit different. You had to bounce back and forth between the lanes a little bit differently. Nobody really got the big runs, so if you were able to do that, it was pretty easy to control it up front if you got out there by yourself.
Yeah, and it obviously helps to have buddies in the race that I know from other leagues or just from other just racing officials that were willing to help me out. So that definitely that's the reason I got the lead in the first place, was because I had able to push me there. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. The racing was clean for the most part. Obviously I don't know what was going on in the back of the pack. It seemed like there was a lot of
Drama,
argy-bargy drama, yeah, if you will. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it's just feels good to get the win. Feels good to get a win on something.
Well, great run here tonight. Why don't I give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Well, shout out to Krispy Kreme, better than Dunkin' Donuts. You heard it here first. Shout out to all the fellas back at the crib, and yeah, that's about it. Shout out to Peyton as well for bringing me into this nice little community you got as well. Been a lot of fun the first couple of races I've ran, so definitely stick around for some more and get some more wins. Who knows?
Yeah, good run and good win, and I will see you guys later, and thanks for coming out.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys, that is going to be it for me tonight. I got to deal with some of this drama, but I'm probably going to deal with it tomorrow. Thanks for coming out, everybody. As always, until next time, be safe and have a good night.